I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
All right, greetings and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Manningsman. And this one is going to be a good one. It's a new series that we're doing. It will be 17 episodes because we're dealing with the Jamaica U17. So we're going to do 17 episodes in 17 minutes with 17 persons who is a part of the U17 team. All right. So, hopefully we can release it at 7:17 every evening when we do it. So at 7:17, you'll hear from an under 17 player or a staff member for 17 minutes. All right, as usual, if you're watching the video, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Just want to leave a nugget with you. You know, tea bags, right? The truth is to really get the substance out of a tea bag, you have to put it in in water. You have to put it in warm water if you want to make a cup of tea. And as it goes in that, the heat then squeeze out what is in it and causes it to make you feel better when you drink it. And so what is the principle in that? Sometimes you have to be in the heat, in the hot moments, in the difficult times for what is inside of you to come out of you. There's greatness in you, there's unlocked potential in you. And so sometimes when you go through the fire, just know that it's part of the process of maximizing who you are as a person. So hope that be a blessing to you today. All right. We have with us today live in our studio, though you're getting this as recorded, but we'll be interviewing one of the long-standing members of the U17 team. Has been doing very, very well. In fact, if you remember a few years ago, that Jamaican under 15 team that did well, he was a part of it. I think he and Kadriana Marsh were two of the players who came in from the diaspora. His name is Cai Mclean. All right, and we're going to speak with him so he can share with us a little bit so you can begin to get familiar with Jamaica U17 players and staff who we believe, I am sure, as the channel name, they will make it to the U17 World Cup this time around. That will be played in Guatemala in early 2025. So it gives me great privilege this evening, if you're watching it in the morning or today, to introduce you to none other than centre back for the U17 team, Cai Mclean. Welcome, Cai. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Wonderful. All right. Good to have you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope the family is doing well.
Yes, they are.
All right. So tell the people a little bit about Cai. You know, in terms of your age and you know, yeah, you know, your position, how tall you are. So they can know that you're a big boy. You understand me? And if you have, do you have other siblings and tell them about your connection to Jamaica through your parents? Go ahead, Kai.
Okay, so my name is Cai Mclean. I'm 16 years old. I'm 6 feet tall. and I play center back for Inter Miami CF Academy in Florida. I live in Florida with my mom, my dad, and my sister, who is 10 years old. So, yeah,
All right, awesome. So you're exactly 6 feet, not five,
6 feet.
9, 10, 6 feet.
6 feet,
All
between
right, cool.
6 feet and 6'1".
Okay, all right, cool. All right, and so who did you get your football? Your football, is it from your mom or your dad? Who whose
Um,
genes?
I would say my dad is really who got me into football, but I say my mom also played a huge part because her favorite team is Liverpool, and I started watching Liverpool on the TV every day, and that became my favorite team. So I say she's an inspiration for me as well.
Uh, all right. You know what? The interview almost collapsed in that moment when you mentioned Liverpool because I support Arsenal. But because I know you're a good player, and because you said your mom and I don't want to get in any trouble, I'm going to continue the interview. All right. But I support Arsenal. I hope your dad supports Arsenal, right?
Nah, I don't.
Or he supports Liverpool as well?
No, he supports Man City actually. So
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So, are both your parents from Jamaica, or where in Jamaica are they from?
okay, so both of my parents were born in Jamaica. My mom is from Saint Elizabeth, Magati, and my dad is from Montego Bay.
Okay. How long have you been at Inter Miami? Because I think last year you were an MLS All Star, right?
Correct.
So tell us about that. What led to you being selected to the MLS All Star, and how long you have been at Inter Miami Academy?
Okay, so I've been at Inter Miami since I was 12 years old. So I've been there 4 or 5 years. And last year I had a good season with the U16 team. So I was selected to go to the MLS Next All Star game with a lot of other very good players. And it was a very good experience. We ended up winning the game 4-2. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity.
And were you a starter?
Yes, I did start.
All right, that's good. That's big. All right, you also played under 15 for Jamaica, a year ago or a couple of years ago, right? What was
Correct.
that
2 years
experience
ago.
like for you? Yeah, 2 years ago.
Um, it was really just a great experience. It was my first taste of international football, so I was a bit nervous, but I think I grew into it eventually. And with the players I had around me, very good players, we ended up doing pretty well. We made it to the semifinals, so it was a very good first experience for Jamaica.
Yeah, first time I think a U15 team had advanced that far in quite a bit, right? Um, but how did you um who made a decision that you represent Jamaica? Because you're born in the States. MLS All Star could have represent possibly the USA. What kind of made you and your family decided that Jamaica is where it's going to be?
I just love the country. My mom, it was always my mom and my dad's dream for me to play for Jamaica national team. And once I got the call, there was no doubt for me that I had to go do it.
Okay, so it was your mom. So,
Both my
all
mom and
right,
my dad.
and that. All right, wonderful. And how has this? Now you're in the under 17, so you began playing at under 15. Now you're in the under 17. How different is it, and how has it been so far?
It's definitely a lot of new players, so it's good for competition as well as a bigger pool of players to select from. So I'm sure we will be better than we were last time. A lot of players that aren't from abroad, especially the US, a lot of new players. So that's good. And yeah,
Yeah, how many of the players that were with you in the under 15 are with you now in the under 17 pool that has been training and camping together?
I would
You have
say about
Kadriana
70%,
Marsh.
70% or 60 to 70% because a lot of
Really?
the players, yes,
Kadriana Marsh, Taylor,
yes. Just to name a few, Owen Jump,
Owen Jump,
uh,
right?
Justin Murray,
Oh yes, yes, Cross.
yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, just to name a few of those people.
Okay. Okay. Has centre back always been the position that you played and the position that you want to play?
Originally I started out as a fullback, but that's when I was very young. Uh, about 5 or 6 years ago, I switched to center back and never really looked back. I love the position. I love the way it's played, and yeah.
Yeah. And if someone were to ask you to define or describe your game, your style of play, how would you say? What kind of centre back would you say? You're a Van Dyke or you're a Harry Maguire? You know what I mean?
Uh, uh,
Or a
Van Dyke
Thiago
is
Silva? Yeah,
Van Dyke is my favorite player, so I try to model my game a lot of him. I try to be communicative to the people in front of me, and also try to stay calm on the ball. And the defending, I try to be a presence for my team with my tackling and my slide tackling abilities. So yeah, I'd say that's my profile.
okay. All right. All right. Do you score a lot of goals as a centre back? Like on
Um,
set plays and stuff like that, like corners and stuff? Because Van Dijk gets a few for Liverpool on set plays. So
yes.
how is that part of your game?
Uh, that's something I'm trying to improve. I have scored goals before off of corners and wide free kicks, but it's something I'm trying to improve more because I know that I can really help my team if I'm able to, do more in that part of the game.
Yeah. Just based on the players that are with the U17 now and the staff that they have in terms of Coach Freddie Butler, Carlton Simmons, all the people around it. I mean, how confident are you that you guys can get it together and get to the U17 World Cup? And what would that mean for you, Cai Mclean?
I'm very confident. We have a great team, great staff, great coaches. So I'm very confident that we can go to Guatemala and qualify for the World Cup. And that would just mean a lot to me because to play at a World Cup is just one of the pinnacles of football. So it would be a great experience for me.
All right, all right. So this is like going so well. So I'm going to just ask you just some random questions like, um, what is your favorite Jamaican food to eat?
That's a good question. I love Jamaican food. So I'd say my favorite is jerk chicken with rice and peas. Simple.
Jerk chicken with rice and peas.
Yes.
Jerk chicken is normally with festivals or with bread.
I know I have it a lot at home with rice and peas, and I just love rice and peas, so I'll
Oh yeah.
choose that.
Okay. All right. All right. Who is your favorite Jamaican player? Presently or of all time? Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go with a present player. My favorite player is Damian Lowe. I just like the way he plays a lot, aggressive, um, always trying to do more for the team. And I actually met him at the last camp we had in
Yes.
Jamaica, and it was a
I noticed he
really
came
good
up.
person.
He came up to you like he knew
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
because he was
know
at
him.
Inter Miami.
Yes, he was at Inter Miami, so I know him a little bit. So it was just a great experience to meet one of the players that I look up to.
All right. All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So now, if you get to select like a six-a-side team, right? And Kai McLean must be a part of it. Who are the other five players that you would have in your team? Just not under 17, just players that you admire, yeah, or you look up to. Who are those players that you'd add to your team?
Okay, so for goalkeeper, if we're talking about world football, I think I would go Allison. And next to me, I'd love to have someone like Van Dijk. And in the midfield, my two midfielders would be uh, De Bruyne would be one of them, and the other. hmm, I,
Yeah.
I would go with Thiago. Like I don't feel like
The ever injured Thiago from Liverpool.
I just love the way he plays, even when he was at Bayern. So yeah.
All right, so that's two midfielders, two centre backs, and a goalkeeper. Who is the striker?
Okay, so the striker. Hmm. So up front, I would go with no. He doesn't really play striker, but Salah.
I kind of figured that you were going to pick a Liverpool team, right? So I realized, I mean, no, I don't know. I don't know how you do that. So you'd put Salah in that team over Haaland. All right, that's you. That's your team. I don't, or Lewandowski, there's Lionel Messi,
That's a good
Inter
choice. Yeah.
Miami. That
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
I mean,
think I
I
would
don't know.
agree.
I don't know what they're gonna do when you go to the training ground and you see Messi now and he sees this video and he said, "How could you pick a team and you not include me on it?" Yeah, understand me, but it's your team, and so. But what would you say to other young footballers like you? Some probably have Jamaican connections in the states, or just other youngsters who want to pursue a career in football to be professional footballers. You're just 16, but what advice would you give to them that they can probably aspire to become one day where you are in terms of a solid player in a good academy, making all-star team, being a part of your nation's U15, U17? What would you say to that 10-year-old, the 11-year-old, the 12-year-old, the 13-year-old, those who are a little bit younger than you?
Okay, so I would say that it is important to work hard, but you have to make sure that you enjoy what you're doing because once you enjoy what you're doing, you play better. And even through the setbacks, if you get cut from a team, if you get injured, just make sure that you enjoy the game. Make sure that you're able to recover from those moments because setbacks will happen. And yeah,
Yeah. So go again. You work hard, but on top of working hard, what do?
enjoy.
You enjoy what you're doing. Yeah,
Yes.
and you play with that joy. You do the interview with that joy. Listen, I won't keep you long. I just wanted the rest of the players to see that this is not a big deal. You have handled yourself well, except that I think my team would beat your team easily, like easily. There's no way you and Van Dijk could stop, Erling Haaland, and then I'm having Messi and Gola Kante in my midfield. He
Mhm.
wins every ball there, and then I have Thiago Silva and from Brazil as my centre back. Right,
Very
having
good pick.
Andre Blake in my goal, and I'm having Damian Lowe
Of course.
beside
Of
me as
course.
well. So you can't win.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yes, definitely. But thank you for coming on, and all the best to you and the under 17 team as you guys get ready. I know you have camps coming up, and you have camps in Mexico in preparation for this. So the nation is looking forward to this because they believe that before the senior team qualifies, we may have an under 17 team qualifying for a World Cup. So thank you so much for your time and keep working hard and keep on enjoying what you are doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to do an interview.
Wonderful, wonderful. It look like you guys are being trained well by Kiri, all his group. short interviews prepared you well for this. So thank you, and thank your mom and your dad for allowing you to do this as well. All
Of
right,
course.
wonderful. All right, so there you go. That was our interview with under 17 center back Cai Mclean. All right, look out for him. One for the future, I'm telling you. Right? Maybe in a couple of years, never know. You may see him in the national team. Can you imagine? Go to the under 17 World Cup, have a good World Cup. He could do so well. You never know that he could even make the national team for the World Cup in 2026. That time he will be around 18 years old. You just imagine that, right? It all begins here. I want to say a big thank you to him again. And remember, if you're watching the video, please remember to hit the like button, to subscribe, and to share. The video is powered by Tricknick, and they have a new restaurant out there in Brampton, Canada. All Jamaican jerk, chicken, everything jerk, right? The best in Brampton. Believe me, check it out, Tricknick.